Ready to change the world together? I'm Jen Hammond, and I'm living incognito. Like, subscribe, or comment if these conversations got you thinking or helped. So, when Hamilton first came out, it was after the play version of a show that I wrote called Returning the Bones came out. And in Returning the Bones, I talk about this. It's a sort of a historical fiction family thing. I talk about the family lore about being related to Alexander Hamilton. And so I saw that. I was like, oh, there's a chance I deserve a free ticket. Like somebody give me a cheek swab real quick. But so we still don't know for sure whether or not I'm related to Alexander Hamilton. But because of the family lore, I had done a lot of research, the Alexander Cheral book, which is like this thick. I read the whole thing. And I, went to museum exhibits, things like that. And I really admired the confidence, the believing in yourself that he clearly demonstrated. There's also all this lore about him being mixed too. So that interested me. That was part of where the beef between him and Aaron Burr had started, saying, "Oh, you're mixed, you're whatever, you're mutt, you're inconsequential." And we don't know yet if that's true, or maybe somebody does actually have the knowledge, but they're not sharing it. It's like the Da Vinci Code. But I was very interested in that possibility. And side note, something that was kind of funny. At one point, I did date a descendant of Aaron Burr, and so we always, would have some creative toasts to peace. But those were things that I loved. And because I love history, it got me excited. And also because I, as much as I love language, as much as I love Shakespeare and all of that, I know perfectly well that language is a living thing, and anything that you can do to pass on important stories using language that will be received by generations, that's a really powerful, amazing thing. And so, Lin-Manuel Miranda seems really cool. I loved him on Drunk History. If you haven't seen it, talking about Hamilton, it's really awesome. But yeah, all of that stuff, the courage, the bravery, when we look back at battles, I'm a very nonviolent person, but it's fascinating because you study this stuff in history and you grow up knowing, oh yeah, that this side won that battle and that side won this battle. But when you put yourself in the trenches, when you put yourself in old New York, right, with the sheep pastures and things like that, and the nasty gutters, and everybody speaking Dutch, and all of that, you didn't know which way things were going to go, right? So the amount of courage really and truly was extraordinary. By the way, there's that famous Sojourner Truth speech in Ain't I a Woman? And the dialect in which it's done is usually a Southern one, but it's completely wrong because she grew up speaking Dutch in a Dutch household in New York. So this is one of those things that this would be a con of AI. If there are a lot of videos where everybody's doing that famous speech in a Southern accent, then this is where some of those bits of information can get lost, and the computer, independently starts to shape our perception of history. So that's why dramaturgs need to stay employed. Love you, dramaturgs. I hope today's conversation got you thinking, and thank you for joining me. I'm Jen, and I'm living incognito. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all of that stuff. And if you want to find out more, you can find out more at Instagram, podcast, YouTube, and you can find all of that stuff at livingincognito.com.